Thank you for watching. I've had a few people asking me if I can unbox a bit more of an entry-level RC car ready to run, and that's exactly what I will be doing today. I will be unboxing this Team Associated ProRally. I'm not familiar with Team Associated. I do know that this ProRally car is greatly based on the ProLite, which is a 4x4 short course truck, if I'm correct. I chose to unbox this one because Rallycross is more popular than ever since Ken Block made a few cool videos with first with the Subarus and afterwards with the Ford Fiestas. Rallycross has really gotten the interest of a way wider audience than it had before. You also see that in, for example, the release of a few of the HPI rally cars. Traxxas has one out, and now also Team Associated has one with a full Rockstar livery. This is a car that really catches the eye, but is it any good? I don't know. We're going to find out. Also, if that whole ready-to-run package, if it is something that you would really want, or if you're better off going for something that's almost ready to run. Let's take the lid off the box and see what's inside. Let's start with the boring part of what you will find in the box. A manual with a few tools, a few spare parts, and some commercial advertising. Nothing spectacular there. Let's move on to the radio. The radio is a really super basic entry-level 2-channel radio with well, it looks like a shark fin antenna on the top. Looks pretty cool. It feels quite decent actually for what it is. It's only a 2-channel radio. It is super entry-level, so it's the cheapest of the cheapest, but for something that's that cheap and something in this price category, it's not all that bad. This car, I believe, retails for around 350, 380 bucks. I think they could have saved even more money, but I'll come to that a tiny bit later. So far, radio looks quite good. You need to put in 6 AA batteries, which are not included to actually make it work, of course. Do be careful if you open up the bottom lid. Have a look at it. You will find this. It's of course brilliant to be able to put a separate transmitter pack in if you have one, but this could have been finished a tiny bit nicer if you leave the lid on, no problem. The body on this car looks quite nice, however do pay some special attention to it, especially these Rockstar logos on the doors. They're applied in such a poor way that there's a huge air bubble underneath them. That goes for both sides, it goes for top and bottom. If you will run the car like this, it will weigh a kilo more once you're done bashing it for the first time, if you are doing that in a dusty environment, because all sorts of crap will accumulate underneath those stickers. In any type of ready-to-run kits, go have a look at the stickers, see if they're properly pushed down. If they're not, like they are on this Team Associated ProRally, your car will look like shit within no time, really. So get your hair dryer out, pay some attention to that. I do think that this body looks pretty cool. It's not a licensed body, other than the license that they needed to get for the Rockstar advertisement on it. It does make it look like it would belong on a Rallycross track. They always have the cool logos going on. Rockstar, Red Bull, Monster Energy, stuff like that. I do also think that they paid a whole lot of money to be able to put these logos on the car. I believe that a clear shell for these, or a clear shell, a finished shell, but a new one, will cost you around 80 or 90 bucks. Which is, for a non-licensed shell, other than the Rockstar logos, quite a bit of money. Keep that in mind. That's also something that you're paying for in this kit, for something that's entry level, that they want to push the price a bit down on. To pay such a lot of money just for a logo, especially poorly pushed down one, I'm not sure if that's such a good idea. This is not a recognizable car. It looks a bit like anything and like everything. I do, however, like the shape of the body. It's quite aggressively shaped. It has like angles at all the right spots. For example, over here behind the front wheels, I really like what they did over there, and here behind the back wheels as well. Looks quite realistic. Headlight decals look good, and so do the taillights. I do like the spoiler. I know that a lot of people have different opinions about having these type of big wings on these small cars. but I like it. I also think that it will offer a tiny bit of extra protection in case you have a rollover, along with this air scoop in the front. That's not really air scoop. Let me take the pins out and have a look what's underneath the shell. Perhaps you are familiar with the Team Associated ProRally. I'm not. If you are familiar with the ProLite, then you will see that there is a whole lot of similarities between this ProRally and the ProLite. I think 99% of the parts you see used on this car you will also find on your ProLite short course truck. The only thing that apparently is different is this rear diffuser in the back, which also nicely shows through the body if you have the shell on, and the foam front bumper. All of the other parts, I believe, are identical. If I take out this, you will also see one of my biggest annoyances with this car, which is the 7-cell nickel metal hydride battery pack. Nobody in 2014 that I know uses nickel metal hydride anymore. So this is something that you can just toss away. It weighs an enormous amount. So if I can give Team Associated a tip, don't put these batteries in a ready-to-run car, or any other company for that matter. Don't put these batteries in cars anymore, because we don't use them. Lipos are cheap these days. Just toss in a lipo. We'd be a lot happier, and we actually feel like it is ready to run. Nobody uses these type of batteries anymore. Just cut off the connector, toss away the rest in an environment safe disposal area, of course. I need to say stuff like that. And move on, you know, get a lipo. This antenna tube comes in the box. It just floats around in there, waiting to be installed. Has a tag on there. Slide it over onto that waterproof receiver box, and you're good to go. The steering servo on this ProRally is a metal gear one, so it won't strip out anytime soon. All of the linkages, the steering links, the upper links towards all of the wheels, they all seem to be made of a really high quality metal. It doesn't look like this is anything that will be stripping out soon. All of the plastics used throughout this entire car, I must say, look really good. It's a high finish of what you would expect for this kind of a price tag. There's nothing that looks like they saved a lot of money on it. You do of course have, for example, plastic shock bodies. They're not the most tunable shocks in the world. They don't come with the rings that you can screw down. It's not a threaded shock body. You need to insert some clips and rings and adjust your spring rate with that. The shocks do come with a few different mounting positions, so you can mess around with it a tiny bit, get a setup that works right for you. The rims on it do look quite nice. It's a regular short course size tire that you can put over them. The look of the rims with the multi-spoke does give it a bit more of a rally car feeling. All of the hardware used throughout the entire chassis is all hex drives on absolutely everything apart from the tiny Phillips screw that keeps the lower hinge pin into position. A huge brushless reedy motor in this car, waterproof ESC with a cooling fin, on-off switch. Nothing really surprising, and nothing of really surprisingly bad quality. If you're looking for an entry-level basher car, because knowing that this thing is greatly based on a short course truck, you know that you can bash the snot out of it without having to be worried that it will give in to the abuse anytime soon. This might just be the car for you. There's a few cars in this price category that could be a good contender. I think this one is absolutely one of them. It looks fresh. I like the look of the body. I like the way that the chassis looks and feels so far. It does offer some value for money. There are of course always some things where you go like, they cheapskated way around a bit with these parts, for example with that nickel metal hydride pack, or with the radio, which has well, it has its limitations. But if you want to get into the hobby, or get started in the hobby again, and you're looking for something that's fun, something that looks a tiny bit scale, something that you can have some fun with both on and off-road. This may just be the car for you. I will be putting it to the test both on 2 and 3S LiPo packs, see what it can do on gravel, on grass, just bash it around a tiny bit and go and have some fun with the thing. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. If you have any questions, leave me a comment in the box below. And if you want to be a tiny bit ahead of what's going on over here in my studio, that's not a studio but a living room, go check out my Facebook page, because it's always a tiny bit more ahead of what's going on over here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do invite your buddies over. The more the merrier. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun with your RCs, take care, stay safe, and bye bye.